have another incredible pairing. Linda Robson and her daughter Lauren share the highs and lows of their special relationship. And perfect for Friday. Now, from sitcom Birds of a Feather to Loose Women, Linda Robson has been gracing our screens for nearly 35 years.
It's 56 years.
50? You've been on telly?
I started when I was 10 years old and I'm 66
yeah, but you're only,
this year.
Well, how old are you? 66?
66 on Wednesday next week.
Hang on a minute. Right, sack someone immediately.
Someone's bad with maths.
You've been on telly for a very long time.
Yeah, that do.
And now you're actually sharing your extraordinary life, both in front of the camera, that we obviously feel like we know you, but also what's been happening away from the cameras. And it's all in her new book called Truth Be Told. And, of course, Linda's here with her lovely daughter, Lauren. And the full name of the book, actually, is Truth Be Told, Tales from a Baggy Mouth.
That's because my mum used to say I've got a baggy mouth. She used to say to me, you and your baggy mouth is going to get you in trouble. And it has got me in a lot of trouble over
It's also
the years.
got you great jobs on telly.
It has as well, I know,
Because all I know is that, you know, from the few times I've done Loose Women with you and we've been in those meetings in the morning, I mean, anything could come out of your mouth.
Exactly.
Anything.
I do think I've got a form of Tourette's.
You just tell.
That's what they worry about as well.
The thing is, Lauren, for you, when your mum then agreed to write this book, were you nervous in a way that, like, is mum going to just put it all out there and do you want to be part of that?
Yeah, we was very nervous and we was a bit not too sure at the beginning whether she should have done it or not. But we got to read the starts of them and see what bits we wanted to sort of taken out. And now we said we're really proud of her. It's actually a really lovely book and it's a really nice thing and a great achievement for her as well.
At one time, there was only 2 chapters left.
And were you... How hard was it for you, Linda, going back? Because you've got to relive things that you might not want to relive, potentially.
So 4 years ago, I had really bad mental health problems and depression and was on suicide watch for a while as well. And I started drinking anything and everything just to get through the day. And I still feel a lot of guilt for what I put my kids through and my grandchildren as well. I wasn't even allowed to see my grandchildren for a while and I love my grandchildren more than my children. So that was really, really hard. But here we are 4 years later and I haven't drunk for 4 years and I'm just loving what I'm doing, you know, like...
Yeah, and it's really interesting and it's so brave of you, actually, because you do, in a way, you explain what the behaviours were when you were doing it. And there's a bit sort of in the book where you describe where there was a restaurant that you used to go to regularly in Islington, I think. And what would you do? So
the kids would be sitting at the table and I'd go to the bar and say, can I have 2 glasses of wine, please? And I'd neck the wine and that just to get through the day.
And then you'd go to the toilet and tell the children you were going to the loo?
Go to the toilet and then I'd be drinking and that. And there was a carol service that Lila, my granddaughter, had and they said I wasn't allowed to go because they were scared I was going to turn up drunk. Well, I didn't turn up drunk that day, did I? Because I knew that I wanted to be there for Lila and that. But it was like the hardest time of my life because I'd always been the strong one in my family and there was me now having to be looked after by my children. Someone had to stay with me all the time as well.
And, you know, people, anybody watching, when they see you in the street will go, are you all really that good friends on Loose Women? Or, do you know,
it's always the question that we're asked.
It is.
Because we're women. And
right,
actually,
exactly. And
I go to work with my friends every day.
And the thing is, if you read Linda's book, you will find out what true friendship is, particularly amongst some of the Loose Women, because actually it was when you were on a Loose Women trip to Ibiza.
That's
Just
right.
tell us a bit about what you ladies do sometimes.
We did a boot camp for about 3 years on the trot and we go to Ibiza and we do the boot camp and we'd all stay together.
And this is nothing to do with TV, this is your actual friendship?
No, it wasn't being filmed.
Yes.
It's just what we like doing, all of us together. And this year we went and at the airport I started drinking then and then I got to the villa and the girls were all there and then I brought vodka with me and hid it in my case and was drinking all the time because I don't know why, but I just couldn't get through the day. I kept thinking, how am I going to get through today? How am I going to get through? So the only way I did it was by drinking and then blacking out. But as I said, that was 4 years ago. And while I wasn't well as well, the women would ring my kids every day, didn't they?
Yeah.
Janet Street Porter, all of them were ringing to see if I was OK. So I had a lot of support from them as well.
Yeah, and Stacey Solomon sort of brought you home
She
a day early.
was the one that left the day early,
trip.
so she brought me home from Ibiza and my family were waiting for me there and then I went into a different place. Yeah, rehab.
I mean, it's really extraordinary, isn't it? Because we see you as the comedic, hilarious, up for anything, kind of...
Foul-mouthed.
Just all of the brilliant stuff, you know, all of the brilliant stuff.
I've got someone in my ear the whole time we're on Loose with me go, don't swear, don't swear.
Yeah. But, Lauren, for you, I mean, you know, we always talk about this sometimes with parents and their children. As you get older, sometimes the roles switch. Sometimes you end up having to parent your parent, and that's fine, actually, because that's what we're there for sometimes. Yeah. Tell us a bit about the money issues, because I know that comes up in the book as well. But that's been a long-term thing, hasn't it?
She's always been really bad with money, always, no matter how much. It's like, as she says in there as well, she used to get store cards and literally just go and spend on them. It's like she didn't think you had to pay them at the end of the month.
Because you wasn't spending cash.
Yeah, it was like she just felt... So she's always been, like, really...
extravagant.
Yeah, I don't know how to... with money, so...
But generous to other people.
Oh,
not
gosh,
even on
not
yourself.
just for herself. She used to buy everyone everything and pay for everyone to go on holiday and pay for us to go places. So it's not just that she just goes out shopping and buys everything for herself. She's just been generous with money.
I love buying presents for people.
So
and it's my birthday next week, so I hope I get a lot of presents.
Yeah. And so what happens... So this was going on... I mean, and the thing is, of course, you were earning a lot of money, you were on TV, you had big contracts, you were doing advertising, so there was a lot of money around.
Yeah.
So in a way, it probably didn't feel like a problem.
And she was really bad after, when she lost, like, all of her money, when she sort of went bankrupt, then she was in a terrible state, so we just never want that to ever happen to her again.
And so tell us what you do now in terms of looking after Mum financially.
So I just have her money. It goes into an account that I have access to, and then I give her money on a Monday and on a Friday.
Do you get pocket money from Lorraine?
Yes, terrible, really.
And sometimes I ring and say, I've run out of money, can you give me some more? She goes, no, you've had your pocket money now.
My sister used to do it, and she was a bit less strict.
Yeah, she was easy. So... I used to be able to get money off Bobby easy. I'd go, I need some more money. She'd give it to me, but now Lauren's got it.
So it is like role reversal. I do feel like I'm the parent.
It's an extraordinary bond you have. And I know you've got other children too, but what... And Lauren, what would you say, just, you know, before we go, the one thing about Linda as a mum, despite everything, probably because of everything, what is the one quality in your mum that you think she's...
Oh, she's always been a brilliant mum. She's an amazing mum. She's always been there for all of us, been to everything we've ever done. And now, for my children, they've got the nicest relationship with her, and that's so lovely for me to see. They love staying at her house.
Yeah,
and
because I let them have chocolate and Coke.
You have
don't tell your mum, but they tell her.
Yeah, well, it's a really, really brilliant book, and I know it went through all the kids, so everyone's happy.
We're happy now.
Yeah.
It's a great
and that, honestly...
And it's still a bestseller at the moment.
Well,
so
congratulations. Come on.
I'm an author.
Right, Linda's book, Truth to be Told, is out now. And, of course, if you've been affected by some of the things that Linda's mentioned there, you can find lots of information on the ITV website. Lovely to see you. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.